It was basically to so we could learn the differences of using film and digital. So film is mainly shot on 35mm film reels, celluloid, and basically the advantage of that is that you don't use electricity to film. However, the disadvantage is that it costs a lot more to use. However, with digital, it costs less to use in the long run. However, the cameras cost a lot more, and it requires a lot of electricity to run. We did risk assessments to make sure no one would get hurt. We did location scanning to find the best place. We did beat sheets, outlines, screenplays. We did shower thoughts. We did prop list and schedule of times that when actors were free. So we can basically plan our time out efficiently, so we know what we can use, when we can use it, and where we can use it. We were looking for a room that would be free, like at all times, which we could have completely dark, so we could like set the lighting and tone of the room ourselves, which we could empty the most, and which had the least ambient sound as possible. So the room we used ended up being room 320, and we could still hear the road like outside, and part of it, and the music students next door. But we managed to ask the music students to not play for like a certain amount of time, and then they didn't, so we got good outcomes from that. We could get injured on set, we could trip over wires. One of the main things we did was we untangled a spool of wire from the exchange lead, because even though it seems safer to have it wrapped up, it's not, because it overheats and it can cause electrical problems with the cameras itself and stuff like that. We had to carry all the equipment down from Lee's technician at college at his office. We had to go and count all the equipment we had, and stuff like that. We had to go and get actors at the time. We had to go and get the costumes, stuff like that. We used two DSLR cameras. We used a Canon 5D and a Nikon 320D. Mainly because of the focus settings on each one. We used them both different purposes. Like we had for the Nikon because it was adjustable for a certain type of shoulder mount, which would act as a steady cam we had. We could fit that on with, however, with Canon we couldn't because of its size. We used a Rode mic, which was directly into 3.5mm jack, which was great because we didn't have to sync up the sound in post. We had a separate Tascam for extra stereo recording, and we had a boom mic with a dead cat arm set up to that. The dead cat reduces the ambient sound going to it, so we just get the sound in a direction just going, so it's omnidirectional. And then we could have stereo sound in post as well as just like a single sound. We could have the best possible outcome. We decided to, with the equipment and stuff, we decided to get lighting and where to place the lighting. So we, for the dark room which we filmed in, we had 3 lights. We had an LED and 2 softer lights. However, the LED didn't look natural enough for that scene, so we went with the 2 orange-y sort of like natural ambient sort of lights. And then we used the ambient lights from the actual darkroom itself to our advantage, so like the little red lights on the walls. Yeah, we used stills in the first scene, where it was supposed to be like sort of before moving image had come around, so we were using stills to represent the time area it was in. It was good, however, it was a bit messy with scheduling and times and stuff. So basically, we were running out of time towards the end. We had to install 2 scenes, which kind of replaced with audio dialogue. So saying like, this happened during that time, and then we went to this, which was a big landmark. But it would be better if we filmed it all to have it more concise and for continuity reasons. I learned that the sound doesn't match up with the sound on the video because even though it says it does, it shows that it does. There's separate sounds a bit earlier because of light travelling before faster than sound. Basically, when it is put together on the computer, the sound layer on the computer is actually played a bit earlier, but it shows at the right time as to its visuals because it has no visuals with the stereo separate sound itself, which we're using to make stereo. Basically, we had to match it up a bit earlier than its time frame suggested on the computer because the computer is programmed to play it at certain times to match it up with light because it wasn't done together. It was different. It was good, however, we had like a bit of like, not really falling out, like we had more of like some times where we weren't agreeing on certain things and like that caused problems with winning. Like there was one time where we weren't sure which room to use, that caused more problems and stuff like that, so it would have been better if we had like a more strict plan and of like what we wanted to do and got everything wanted out of the way first instead of coming back to it later. I'd probably try and work with different people, or also I'd try and make sure that we got the script finished early enough so the actors could learn all the lines, because as part of it he was holding the magazine but he ended up having the script behind the magazine because we didn't give him enough time to learn it.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about this project as a whole?
Yeah, the support we had, it was amazing.